Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? Hope all is well. First, before we get this video started, I want to make sure everybody watching this video, I hope I'm saying something that resonates to you. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not already in the family. I also have a page on Facebook. It's called Narcissist Anonymous 101. And it is for the empath tribe. Okay? So I want y'all to just like, share, subscribe, comment, talk to us in the comments. So this video that I'm doing today is on why you can't get over the pain after dealing with a narcissist. Why it takes so long to get over it. And the answers, plural, to that it's a few different reasons. I'm gonna talk about a few, not in any particular order, but I'm gonna start out with speaking about one reason that it's so difficult to get beyond the pain after dealing with a narcissist is because you're hurt and you don't really have an understanding as to what's going on. Even if you discarded the narcissist, you still have no completion in the situation, even though your principles were violated. But to be honest, they were violated for the entire situation. But the narcissist plays a very slick game with you. So when it's over, what they will do is they will continually do things that you don't understand. They will continually just do things and you're like, what is wrong with you? And you're trying to figure out, like, why would you do all of this stuff and, create all this chaos and all of these other things, but, not expect to be out of the relationship or expect to still be in the relationship. And what the narcissist usually is trying to do is when they see that you're kind of getting out of their grasp, they got to start doing things that go against your flow of thought. So usually, you'll be thinking in one direction, like, okay, I kind of know what this is. I can see the signs of, probably someone else in the picture. And you fed up with it. Well, the narcissist knows you're going to discard them. They already know it's coming. So at this point, the narcissist has to pull a trick out of their sleeve from somewhere to throw you off. And that's all this is organized chaos. They're going to do something to offset the discard. They're going to do something to offset the discard. They may just turn the whole thing around on you and leave you. They already have this other person set up, and even though they may not have the person in position for promotion yet, but the person is working, they're in training, and they're working their way up for that position. So what the narc will do is they will triangulate at that point. They're like, okay, I'm just going to throw this wild pick out there. And just out of nowhere, it's somebody new. And well, to you, they're new. They've been there the whole time. But to you, this is your first time really becoming aware of it. Because the narcissist at this point has they just violating on every level. You ain't getting no act right at this point. And that's simply because the narc can see they have lost their grip on you. So what they're trying to do now is they're trying to make sure that they can bring you as much pain as possible. Because at the end of the day, the one thing the narc wants to do most, they have to be able to bring you to a painful injury. They have to injure you in a way they haven't injured you before. Because again, if they can hurt you bad enough, they'll keep you there. If the narc can hurt you bad enough, they can make your knees buckle, you're gonna still be there. Now you may say, I'm out, I'm done, I'm this, I'm that. But usually when you say that, you still there. People who are done do not talk about it. It's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, all right, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And you're not telling them that much. When you're done, they don't even know that you're done. They know because they see it. And that's how you have to really conduct yourself, because that's the way the narc conducts themselves. They tell you one thing and they do the opposite. You tell them nothing and you show them. You show them, I'm done. Okay, but that's one of the tactics that they use in order to keep you there. They want to do a double reverse. They want to flip your mind around and have you thinking that, like, okay, you were just mind made up, you're leaving them. But if they're able to turn that energy around, hey, they got you back for a little while longer. It's all about manipulating the story. It's all about manipulating the situation. If the narcissist can put a spin on their story that will hold you in place for a little while longer, they are absolutely going to do it. If they can think of a spin to put on that situation, they're absolutely going to do it. Another thing that keeps you in that situation, in that entanglement, is you still have hope. Yeah. People, you still have hope that, and I'm going to keep it real with y'all here. A lot of y'all still have hope that the narc is going to change. That you're going to wake up one morning and the person next to you isn't going to be a liar. They're not going to be a cheater. They're not going to be a thief. They're not going to be a manipulator. And it's not going to happen. We have this hope that somehow they'll be walking to work. It's kind of like you when you're walking outside, and I've done this, that's why I'm telling it this way. And you just, sometimes when you ever been broke, and you looking on the ground like, damn, I just wish today I could just walk and it's $1,000 just sitting on the ground in front of me. And that's kind of the way we hope that the situation with the narcissist, we hope that, okay, they're going to go to work today and hopefully, I'm just hoping somebody will tell them off and they'll come home and appreciate me. Or they'll just go to work or someday they'll get hit by an airplane and it'll turn them around or something. Anything. We have this hope. We have this hope that they're going to turn around, that they're going to change. They're going to come in here and appreciate you. They're going to start acting right. They're going to start doing right. We have this hope. We're just hoping. Man, I just hope, that things just get better. And we will sit there around them and give them no reason to complain, no reason to start an argument, no reason to just, leave out in anger, anything. But the narc has already made up their mind that they're promoting this other worker, this other body that they have. They've already made up in their mind that I'm going to promote this other person because this other person They're not questioning me. They're praising me. They're thinking I'm the sun to them. And without me, they cannot live and breathe. That's how a narcissist thinks. That's how they choose their supply. Whomever is giving them the most praise. All praise to me, and I am this and I am that. That's how they look at things. That's how they look. That's how they see themselves. And they're going to pick the person who absolutely is head over heels with endless, it at least appears to have endless supply. They don't care if the person actually has endless supply or not, as long as it appears that they have endless supply. Now, usually the way that works is they jump out there and run with this new person, and mysteriously, that totally falls apart within a couple of days, or very soon after. And I know for you guys that feel like, well, not in my case because my narc got married. Means nothing. So what they got married? Means nothing. That marriage is crap. That marriage is doo-doo. Okay? It's an absolute farce. It's a lie. How do I know? I got a story to tell. So, and I've kind of told you guys this story before about somebody I know, personal situation I know of, front row seat, young lady, got married. I told y'all it was soon over right after they got married, but I didn't know how soon. This young lady went off, got married to somebody else, left my man over there, all discombobulated. Married. Now, her claim is that the marriage lasted 52 days. That was her claim. I'm thinking if she said 52 days, it didn't last 52 days. I'm giving it about a month in real time, if it made it that far. Just immediately over, people. And I'm saying, even for you guys who feel like it's made it further than that, they still together after whatever, it doesn't matter. They're just together based on the fact that the person that they married just is taking all that abuse. That's all. The abuse did not change. That cycle did not change. And that's something that also binds a lot of people, and a lot of y'all holding on to pain because you believe the narc has gone on to another person and they've mysteriously act right. They gave this new person all this new act right, and they're loving and they're honest and they have integrity, and now they don't cheat and they don't lie and they don't steal anymore, and now they're going to do everything they can to make this relationship, this entanglement work. Everything they can do to make that entanglement work. At the end of the day, people, it's not going to work. Because a narc really is very lazy. They're very lazy. They're so lazy that a narc is not going to put in the kind of honesty, the kind of integrity, the truth that it takes for a relationship to last. Now, if it is lasting, it's only lasting because the other person just can deal with. The other person is just as toxic, if not worse. And I know how that feels to say, like with some of us who've been in a long-term entanglement with a narc, you got to accept what it is. You just have to accept I was that toxic. I'm telling y'all this because I was that toxic. I was absolutely that toxic. Because I was in an entanglement for many years. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you were. What matters is where you're at and where you're going. Okay? Where you're going. We are holding on. We can't get over this narc because we believe something about this new supply is so incredible that it's not even earthly. And we're holding up our own healing and our process going forward faster because we're so infatuated about the new person or the current supply. And we're thinking that narc just did something. It must be something. I want you to consider this. Consider that you did everything humanly possible, everything humanly possible to keep that entanglement that you were in together with the narcissist. You absolutely did. It did not work. I want to know what you think it is about this current person. What do you think it is that's keeping that situation together that you didn't do? What is it? There you go. Now you're starting to put yourself down. Oh, it must be their looks. It must be their money. It must be their influence. It must be. Listen, I don't care if the narcissist had $10 trillion. It would never be enough. If you gave them $1 trillion, they say, well, why you give it to me in all hundreds though? You can never satisfy one of them. I don't care what you do. You think that changed for the new person? The other person, not new person. Y'all really be thinking that life changed because they changed people. No, people, that's not how the narcissist does what they do. The narcissist is always, they're perpetually looking for a new body, a new soul to destroy. That's it. They're looking for destruction. They're not builders. They showed you that no matter how you act, they can destroy, manipulate, and they're going to triangulate. No matter what you do. And you're holding on to that hope or that dream somehow that, it was something you left out. If you could just get them to, if you could just have that day back, just one time, just that one day where you could just get them to smile again, you like, I'll do whatever I did that day. But you did that. You did that every day. And that a lot of times is what holds us up from progress. How do I get over this pain? Well, one thing is you made a misdiagnosis on your pain. Because in your mind, you're thinking, I'm heartbroken. The reality is that you were betrayed. That's the reality. You did for someone who did not do for you, who would not do for you what you've done for them. But you actually ended up betraying yourself because not only would your narc or ex-narc, not only would they not do for you what you did for them, but you won't even do for yourself what you've done for them. You won't even do it for yourself. And you're wondering why, this pain won't go away. That's your spirit. That's the reason it won't go away. That's your spirit crying out. Your spirit is saying, you've betrayed yourself here. Your spirit is telling you, you have betrayed yourself. That is why you cannot get over the pain. That's why you haven't got over the pain. Because you think the pain is over here, and it's actually over here. You think it's them. And actually the pain is something that you caused. Yeah, it was you. And I'm saying that to you so that you can heal. I'm not saying that to you because I'm trying to do this blame game. The blame game is the reason why you're not getting over the pain. You're not getting healed. because you're pointing your finger at the narc. You did me like this, and you did you. Yeah, they did all that, and a whole lot more that you don't even know about. But you have to blame yourself as well, because although the narcissist is dirty, low down, trifling, you know they are. But you were the one that decided you're going to listen to them and not your intuition. You're not listening to your inner voice. You're not listening to your spirit tell you, cut this person off. This isn't going to make us feel good at the end of this. And that's the pain that you're holding on to. Once you can identify where the pain is coming from, that's what makes the pain go away. And that's why you have to go back to self. You have to go back to self and say, hey, you know what? I did this. At least admit to your part in this. I'm not saying that all of this is your fault. I'm not taking any of the blame from the narc. But I am saying you still have to confess your faults to yourself. You have to get that off of you. Okay? You have to have that grown-up conversation with yourself and be able to admit to self that I have done wrong here. I have done wrong, and I've done wrong, and it's time for me to correct that. Because if you don't ever get to a point where you're correcting your wrong, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay stuck in the moment. You're going to stay stuck in the situation, and it's going to be years away, years later. You're still going to counselors. You're still going to psychiatrists and everything else, trying to figure out, why can't I get past this? The reason you're not getting past it is because you have not identified where your pain really is. Your pain is your inner voice. Your spirit is talking back to you saying, well, what about us? You're done for everybody else, but what about us? When is it going to be our turn to win? When is it going to be our turn to live this life, our life? When is it going to be our turn to win? When is it going to be our turn to enjoy life? When is it going to be our turn to come in first place? To be the first one that you look out for? When are you going to look out for yourself first? When are you going to start doing something for self? We've been taught to do for others first so much that now you're starting to think like it's a problem because you make sure you're all right. And you make sure everybody's all right except you. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Everybody's all right except you. You did not come into this world to be the scapegoat for your ex-narc's problems or anybody, and I'm talking to family, friends, or anybody else. You didn't come here to just be the scapegoat and sacrifice your life so that everybody else could live good and be taken care of, and you are backing all of that, but you're not doing the same thing for yourself. No. So it's time for you to start loving on you. That's what's most important, for you to start loving on you. At the end of the day, you are the person that's going to save you from this tragedy. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. You win. You win. You've just been directed to the wrong place. That's all. You've been directed to the wrong place most of the time. The answer is right in here. Okay? The answer is right in here. For everybody or anybody telling you, anything else or whatever else, you can keep on using this, thinking that that's logic, but you got a spirit that was put in you to guide you. Your spirit is your guide. And if whatever anybody's telling you does not match your meeting your guide first, then I would seriously consider taking that advice. I would seriously consider before taking any advice from them. Your spirit is your guide every time. Every time. So in closing on that, people, first I want to say thanks for all of my new subscribers. I appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the fold. I want everybody to go to my Facebook page. I have a Facebook page set up to help people who deal with, the aftermath of narcissism. It's called Narcissist Anonymous 101, the Empath Tribe. That's right. Go on there. All you have to do is go on the page, ask to join. You have to ask to join because it's a private group, and I'll let you in there. So anybody who is looking for coaching, all you have to do is leave me a comment. Go into my Facebook page or my Instagram. Again, just send me a message and I'll send you my calendar. I'm going to try to post a link in here. I'm still not very savvy there. But guys, I still wanted to say I appreciate you. I thank you for everything that you've done. This family is growing stronger every day. I appreciate every last one of you. Okay? And we're just putting so much pressure on these narcs out here, and we're going to keep it moving. All right? So that's the video. Thank you. I want you to like, share, subscribe, comment. Please put something in the comments. You guys heal so many people when you talk about your healing, when you talk about your situation. It's one thing for them to hear me talk about it, but when they can go in the comments and they can hear and see, they can see other people who have gone through it and they're talking about it, it helps everybody. Thanks again.